Okay, so we have our alternator belt, AC compressor belt, I'm sorry. So you put it on the crank first, yes? Then you put in on the bottom end, yeah, like that. Try to keep them over here like that. If you could get them on the, try the bottom end because we're going in this direction. So try to get him on the bottom end. Make sure that he's flush on the crank. Tie strap. Alright. The crank pulley has little loops in them, so you're able to tie strap down the belt to the crank. Yes. If you could get multiple spots, it would be wonderful. Okay, I believe that's where we could get something on the bottom too as well. So let's try that. You want to try to keep the belt on the crank as much as possible. Now, I am one, I won't say I hate it, but I dislike it, so I use 3 because I don't, they break because you're going to apply a lot of tension to these tie straps. They're plastic, they'll snap. It doesn't damage anything, so not to worry. Okay, put the AC belt as much, if you have to, you could take it off the top here, but make sure that he's on the bottom. Yes, and in the groove with your 1/2 inch 24mm. Try to grab your crank. Let's put this on now. Yes. Now it's a 2-hand type fit. Okay, so I'm gonna put a pipe on it. Yes. Hold the bottom of the stretch belt in the groove of the compressor. Working. Your biggest problem is trying to keep the ratchet onto. I don't know if you're seeing it, but it's coming around. This is where. Alright. That's one tie strap. I hope you guys are seeing this. So this is like movie magic. Boom. Okay. And now you come around. Yes. Now you want to go in the reverse fashion so that the belt will sit with ease. Now if you look right here, you'll see it. Yeah. So you go in the reverse and it will smoothen itself. Boom. Just like that. Cut your tie strap. Okay, so that's 2. Okay. Come back around. Make sure that the belt is seated in place. Yeah. Cut your last tie strap. That's number 3. And you're all done, man. Nice and smooth in the groove. No L problem. I hope that trick will help somebody in every which way. Just remember, the crank pulley, this guy here, has holes in between it, like 3 of them. Just push the tie strap through. You want to tie strap one here, one on the side, and one on the bottom, right? By holding this portion of the belt against the bottom here, and just hold your hand flush, because you don't want your finger get caught like right here or anything like that. You're not going to be able to move it fast enough, so you're going to lose this fingertip. So, and this, yeah, it hurts. It hurts a lot. You just want to hold it belt into the bottom of the groove of the AC compressor, right? And put your wrench, 24 millimeter, and turn in the clockwise position, and the belt will drop right in. Okay. Hello. Good morning. I am Exodus, and this is Exodus Automotive, bringing you the simple ways of fix and removal and installation of all your automotive parts and needs. Yesterday we were working on a GMC AC compressor, Desiccant bag, and expansion valve. Now the video cut because I did the AC compressor, expansion valve, all the stuff that was up top. It uses a stretch belt and so forth. But the desiccant bag now is located inside of the AC condenser. This is what it looks like. So if you're not replacing the condenser, you have to replace this. Most parts places don't warranty AC compressor unless you replace the desiccant bag also. We call it the dryer bag. The dryer, this is what it is. See the brown black stuff on the bottom? AC exploded, which is located down here. Now, I did not show you how I took it out, but what I will say is this. Quick lesson. When doing this and doing the condenser, desiccant bag, drain coolant, remove transmission coolant lines from the radiator, disconnect hoses, upper and lower, remove the radiator fan. It's a dual fan. Remove the radiator fan. You can remove the radiator itself because the condenser is attached on the back side of the radiator. See him? Right there, you see it? It goes into like a little slot that clips up, clips. It goes downward into like little slots, and then they lock in place. So the quickest way to do it, I would say, is to remove the radiator. Let's see if I can get you this way so you can see me. Yeah. So this is your radiator, your coolant lines here. All right. Now there is a line, this one here, that uses a bracket that is attached to the radiator. But as it says, the easiest way to do it, drain the coolant, remove the transmission coolant lines, the upper and lower radiator hose, and take out the radiator as one unit. There is one line here that loops around and comes to this line here. That's this guy here. Yes, it's a transmission line, because in these new vehicles they also run transmission coolant fluid to portions of the condenser to keep it cool. So not only is the transmission being cooled by the radiator, it's also being cooled by the condenser also. GMC, the new Chevys, Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep have developed this system, where to say that every one of those manufacturers that I know of uses this system. So if you're driving and your AC stopped working and you notice the vehicle is shifting funny, that's because the condenser has a leak. Different problem, but yeah, that's the result of when the condenser and the cooling system of the transmission goes bad. All right, so remove the radiator because the condenser is attached to it and your desiccant bag is inside. Now, if you know that you're going to be removing the condenser, first drain the coolant. I don't know if you're going to reuse it or not, but drain the coolant in the proper way. Remember, I said EPA is out there. Okay, so drain the coolant. Remove the hoses, the coolant lines. Now there is a piece, a shield that goes up here. Okay, here it is. Yes. If you have to remove it, because when you remove it, it will give you a better view of this line and everything that goes along down the bottom side of the AC condenser. You will visually see it. There is also this piece here. It sits like this. Yes. It would all come out as one. It sits into like a little plastic tray. Once you remove the radiator, you will have access to all of these things. Please be careful, especially when you are removing this type of line. You see how the end of it is? The way that it works, it goes into this little piece here. This is this locking pin. One of them just dropped. You don't want to lose it. There is a tool that you put in there, and turn the tool. It opens up the pins and you could pull the line out. If you don't have the tools, you could use a pick, try to find the end and just get the pick in there and pry it up. I'll be honest with you, the pick, when it gets released, it may fly, you will never find it. I had to go over to AA transmission to go get some new ones. And I have the tool that I could have taken it off and leave it on there where to say it wouldn't be disturbed. But that's how we get to our desiccant bag. I would tell you that say all data or all those guys want you to remove this. This thing does remove. Yes, one bolt here, and it has some bolts that go this way. Yeah, try and get to it. Okay, there was something that I forgot to show you. On the bottom of the condenser, it has one of these things here. This is some cover for the desiccant bag. Yeah, spray some lubricant on the O-rings that go here, and it uses a 14.5-inch Allen key. Okay, it's located at the bottom of the condenser. So I am going to try to install the transmission connecting. So it's gonna go excuse me, it's gonna go like this. The curvy end is gonna go to the front of the transmission. So it's gonna go something like this. It takes a little weaseling, but you what you want to do is line up because, okay, so you want to line them up, make sure that they're in the hole. Push the radiator side in first. Try to make sure you hear that click where it gets in. Put the protective cover over it. Okay. Then push the condenser side in. I don't know if you heard that click, but when you hear that click, that means that line is in. Now, these things can fool you and make you to believe that they're kept in nice and secure and locked into place. Yes, they come with a little protective cover. That cover does not go on. It's not in place properly. So they pull. Don't try to pull the radiator out of the car, but pull on the line to see to it that it's locked in place. So now we're gonna go over to passenger side. This guy here, we're gonna push him under and on the other side of the condenser. Same process. You want to make sure this side has a little slot on the radiator already cut out for it to clip it in place so that it doesn't walk all over the place. So you want to, as it says, you're not working through here, it's just that your hand needs to be here. Okay. And now the protective clip is on. He's in his groove. Now, once you are finished connecting line and line, this cover goes under. Now it goes to the back of the condenser. Yes. Push the radiator and the condenser forward. Get it back there. Once it's sitting, you will see exactly where it clips, because as I said before, it's like a shroud. So it's just the upper half of a shroud. So you will see where exactly it sits. Yes. Boom. Now, once it is sitting flush and you hear it, now you could put your radiator bolts in. Yes, I wouldn't tighten it, but I want the radiator to sit flush this way. And only when is it? It's sitting flush. You're going to attach your AC lines on this side. Okay. So, top of the shroud is in. Yes. AC is flush. Transmission lines are in. On both ends. Connected. Locked in place. We know that for sure. Okay.